So guys, the topic of this video will be death. Now I know this is a sensitive topic to a lot of people. It can sound negative, morbid, nihilistic, but I think about death each and every day. And not because of those reasons, but because it's a practice from Stoicism. Memento mori, remember death. And why would you do that? It's because by doing this each and every day, it's gonna make you appreciate life. And in this video, I've just got a question, free to answer it in the comment section on what you think and feel about it. Would you like to know the exact moment of your death? If you knew on this day, date and time, that's it for you. Would you like to know that information? I'm going to get into my thoughts on this pretty soon. But before I do that, look, my fundamental topic of my channel is non-duality. So I just thought I'd address that first before I get into the main topic. Now look, from a non-dual perspective, I ultimately don't believe in death. You might be thinking, that sounds a bit crazy. I'm talking about death from your point of view. No doubt others are dying. I've experienced it, and I'm pretty sure you may have experienced it or know someone that has, depending on your age. But look, I'm talking about from your subjective point of view, I do not believe in death. Because it was the philosopher Epicurus, he had a great quote, which was, when we are, death is not, and when death is, we are not. Basically, they can't coexist together. To say I'm dead needs you to be aware. And that's why I said I don't believe in death or the experience of death. I believe in the experience of dying, but not death. Because what are your three options? At the moment of death, an eternal blank. Like none of this ever happened from your point of view. That's the first option. Second option, you seamlessly transition into a heaven. Third option, you're reincarnated into a new body. And that's the thing about reincarnation, by the way. What is afterlife in reincarnation? This. Welcome to the afterlife in the teachings of reincarnation. Another thing, why I don't ultimately believe in death, is because this is going to sound pretty weird, but let's do a deep dive. From your point of view, have you ever known not experiencing? Have you ever known not existing? Sure, you've got some story that you were born, you're living, you're going to die. I get the story, but just the feeling, I exist. Have you ever not known that feeling? All I've ever known is I existed, in the deepest sense. If you're into the teachings of non-duality, you know what I'm saying. The deepest sense of you, your true self, there's always been a feeling of existence, is what I'm saying. And again, if you believe in reincarnation, when one life ends, this life starts. So you wouldn't even know that transition. So all I'm saying is, guys, ultimately, for your true self, for my true self, I do not believe in death. Again, the three options, an eternal blank. If you are aware of the blank, you're not dead. You can say, oh, there's a blank. That means you're not dead because you're aware of it. So an eternal blank, seamlessly transition into heaven, seamlessly transition into another life. So death is nothing to you, as Epicurus said. That's my ultimate firm conviction. But taking off the non-dual spiritual mind, putting on the mind of just a regular person, I've contemplated this fact for so long. And my opinion has changed over time, because I used to think, you know what? I would like to know the moment of my death. I would like to know the time and date. You know why? Because then, if I knew I only had a year or two to go, I'd really be living in the moment, letting things go, being really responsible with money, or not being responsible because you know how much money you need to live it out. There'd be a lot of forgiveness of people. There'd be a lot of time to arrange everything for your loved ones. That's why initially I thought, you know what, I would like to know so I can plan my life out perfectly. But then I started thinking, but that's the low battery every time. Every time. I'm talking about death and my phone's almost dying. But what was I saying? Yeah, if I knew the moment of my death, I thought, this is cool. I could plan everything out perfectly. I can appreciate life, have a lot of patience, forgiveness, because why? I'm going to go anyway. But then I started thinking, this is kind of cheating, isn't it? Because ultimately, you should be living like that anyway. You should be living in a state of love, forgiveness, not getting so caught up, getting so angry in this life. Do what makes you happy. You should be doing all this already. Because, like I said, that is not cheating. Because you don't know when it's going to happen. So you should be living like this already. And by doing that, it's going to make you happy. Acceptance, gratitude, doing what you love. And here's the funny thing. I just mentioned you don't know the time, day or date, but in fact you do. You do know the time. You know what that time is? Now, here and now. All your life has always been, is, will ever be in the present moment. In the present moment you were born. In the present moment you're living life. In the present moment you'll be gone. So in other words, you do know the time, the place. You know the time and place, here and now. One day, just remember this. You feel like you're alive right now. You feel like life is going well, but one day in the here and now, you're going to feel like you're dying, if it's a slow death, isn't it? So, I don't want to get too morbid and negative, but what I'm basically saying is, you know the time and date, here and now. You will no longer be here. The reason I'm mentioning that is your whole life is in the present moment. How you treat this present moment is how you treat your whole life. So if you use this present moment thinking of all negative stuff, not being grateful for the things and people in your life here and now, you're wasting this gift. You've thought your life away in negativity, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, taking people for granted when they're no longer... It's funny, when they're here, you take them for granted because you're so addicted to thinking. So when they're gone, they've become a thought. So now you think about them. Oh yeah, they were so great when they were around because I'm addicted to thinking and all. I'll think about them, but when they're here, not appreciate them. See guys, this moment is where it's all happening. Like I said, initially the question was, would you want to know the time and date and place of your death? Like I said, I used to, but then I thought that's cheating because then I would be doing all these spiritual practices out of a sense of urgency. You're meant to be doing this of your own freedom. Spiritual practices keeps hammering this point home to us. Appreciate the present moment. Be grateful for the people and experiences that are here and now. Get out of all this thinking. Anything outside the present moment is a dream. Is a Sufi saying I love. Because what is a dream? Thoughts. What is your experience right now? You feel like you exist here and now. Where is your past? A thought. Where is your future? A thought. It's a dream. And the funny thing is, all this thinking was taught to you. You were taught your language. You were taught your concepts that all this thinking is happening in. So, look, ultimately from the spiritual point of view, death is nothing to you. You're ultimately not going to experience death from your point of view. Others will experience your death in this reality, but you won't. But also remember the fact that whatever you're experiencing, whatever egoic self you have right now, that is going to end. And this egoic self wants happiness in this life. It wants loving people around it. So this egoic self needs to appreciate those loving people in its life because it's all going to end. For this person, but not your true self. So my recommendation is always act and think this is going to be your last day. Because literally it will be one day. Everything's happening in the present moment. How you treat this present moment is how you treat your whole life. Just remember that. So to the best of your ability, have a sense of humor. To the best of your ability, try to fix problems that are problems. And if you can't do anything about it, what can you do? Let it go. Also remember with people that annoy you, How do I show patience, love, understanding, and compassion? Because I know my true source is love, is peace. And which means I know the true source and self of others is love and peace, which means everyone wants to be happy. We all want to be happy. Our default state is happiness. But what's happened is this world, seen incorrectly or being taught incorrectly about it, we're seeing this world through ignorance. So many people are hurting, suffering, angry, and they take it out on us. And if they're angry and miserable at us, what's our options? Get angry and miserable at them? Yeah, we can, and we naturally want to do. But another way is love absorbs hate. If someone's hating you, you don't have to hang around them. But if the best of your ability, you don't have to hate them. You can just think, this person's going through a lot. I do not resonate with what this person's doing and saying. I'll go over here. But we can all use a little bit of understanding and compassion. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to take this advice, because I'm going off the main topic. But all I'm saying is live your life in a way where this is your last day alive. Because one day it will be. And if you truly knew it was your last day, what's all this anger, bitterness, and resentment for? You're going to be gone anyway. Why not just appreciate what's happening? And I've said, and I've shared my thoughts and opinions on this, but let me know in the comment section. Would you like to know the literal time, date, and year of your death or not? I'll be interested to know what you guys think. But for me personally, like I said, I used to think I'd like to know that, but then I thought that's a bit of cheating, because now I'm forced to live in the moment, plan all my finances. But when you're in a state of unknowing, you're forced to do this freely by yourself. So now I wouldn't want to know, because I want to freely live in the moment, show gratitude, patience, love, all those kind of spiritual qualities. That's just my personal opinion. Love to know what you guys think. And as always, guys, to my regular subscribers and viewers, I'll see you beautiful people in the next one. Take care, eh?